Now, I think we're ready to hook up with Costaki Economopoulos. There he is.
Oh, the clean shaven.
Oh, the beard is gone.
Yeah. I came to talk to big shots. I gotta look the part. I gotta be ready for business. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well, Costaki in Phoenix, and you guys were hanging out at the convention center, all kinds of activities. What exactly is going on at the convention hall in Phoenix, Arizona?
It's just nerd football heaven. It's so fun. We're talking to Frank on the dais there in our little setup, and Joe Montana and Christian McCaffrey stop and meet and chat with each other right in front of us. And Deion Sanders is walking by, and Willie yells, "Go Buffs!" And he's like, it's just all these characters are just all over the place. We talked to Rondé Barber yesterday, who last night went into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. He's exactly what you want him to be, thoughtful and easy to talk to. I saw this, I was just looking at this stat. He's the only player with more than 40 interceptions and 25 sacks in his career. It's an interesting stat, right?
Wow, sure.
He was telling us about the unofficial Mai Tai drinking record at the Pro Bowl.
Oh, all right. Who has it?
He said it's John Lynch. That's interesting, right?
Oh, now he's a former defensive back with Rondé Barber, actually, on the Buccaneers. And John Lynch is the 49ers general manager now? Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's when you think of a Mai Tai drinking contest, you think it'd be one of the giant guys, right?
Sure.
No, John Lynch. The answer. So,
Kostaki, who, if you saw at the convention center this weekend, would you fanboy the most for?
Oh yeah, you know what? Actually, I've seen some of them. We talked to Pat McAfee last night, and there were a handful of other ones that were that are kind of big names. Ron Jaworski read us a joke, and Chris Sims and Doug Gottlieb. We talked to Justin Fields. We were trying to get him to read us a joke, and his handlers kind of rushed over and was like, right. It's funny. It's funny. They get a little. Dan Marino's probably the one that he was my first favorite player when I was a kid, you know? So I've had that, but I've actually chatted with Dan at one of these in the past. So it's cool to it just makes it all seem real, you know?
For me, it would be Lou Groza, of course. Lou the Toe Groza.
Lou the Toe Costaki.
Of course, actually, I have spoken with Jim Brown, who and arguably the greatest player of all time.
And he called you Tom Griswold.
Oh, he got such a big kick out of it.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I was in the hospital.
He promised you a touchdown?
And I know I got a little note from Jim Brown. My sister met him on an airplane.
Holy cow!
That was so cool.
That's amazing.
You're 12 and you get that. Now, who would be the guy you'd want to talk to, Chick?
Me?
Yeah, you grew up. Were you a Bengals fan, or was it strictly Ohio State?
No, I was a Packer fan and a Brown fan and a Washington fan. So I don't know.
For me, it would be Dr. Frank Ryan.
You and I have had this discussion. We're not we don't really want to bother anybody that's important to us. You know what I mean?
Well, I wouldn't want to bother, but if the occasion arose and you were in an elevator and.
I'd probably like to talk to Riggins. He seems like a nice guy, a hunter and a fisherman and stuff like that. I'd talk to him for a little while.
Riggo.
I watched you fanboy over him one time. We were on the Redskins field.
Yeah.
And he was 10 feet away. Yeah.
Theismann introduced me. Hey, JR, I want to meet this guy. Yeah, that was kind of cool. Yeah.
Costaki Economopoulos in Arizona. The lack of a beard now is throwing me, Costaki.
Yeah, I know, right?
That was good. Getting kind of used to it. But before we get back to football, you are once again a single man.
Oh, yeah.
You had talked about going out to the store. You went to the convenience store and you bought condoms and vodka. What was it again?
What? No vodka.
I do have condoms. Yeah, I'm prepared. Okay. I'm a responsible adult, Tom.
Did you take some to Phoenix?
There. I think so. Yeah, there's some in my.
That's exactly where I was going, Josh. I was hoping you're right in the same track I am. This is what we call optimism. He's hoping to meet his favorite NFL players, and he brought condoms just in case.
Yeah, that's right.
Not for meeting the players. I want to make that clear.
You never know if Aaron Andrews is mad at her man, or
a good choice.
Wants a little piece of that Costaki.
Oh, okay.
Andy Colbert, talk football with me, sure.
Costaki, are you going on the whatever they call them, the apps where you meet the ladies?
Dating apps.
The dating apps.
I've only just barely tried Tinder just for the social experiment of it. It's even worse than I thought.
We have a Tinder expert in the room, Sophie.
Yes,
now
hello.
you are.
Well, I will say I feel like Hinge is getting more popular with like people my age. Yeah.
Is that, and that's hetero? Let's make that clear.
Or
is it
no,
gonna-
it
Why do you
doesn't
have to make
be.
it clear?
You put the preferences, so it can be whatever you want.
You don't even know you're doing it when you do it. That's my favorite part.
Costaki, I actually was the, what's the word when you do a wedding for somebody?
Officiate?
The officiant. I married a couple friends of mine. They actually met on Bumble.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
So that one worked for them, and they're a great couple, and they've been married for quite a while now.
I don't think Bumble's, is it even out there?
Bumble is the Sadie Hawkins version of Tinder. Is that right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I forget how it worked. Yeah, she found him, but we were at an event, and she was showing me how it worked, and she was going through the various pictures, and I'd never been on one of those. There'd be guys with their mom, guys in front of their trucks, guys
Right.
holding up fish.
Yeah,
I mean,
the fish picture is the infamous picture that people use.
Yeah, right.
Now,
Holding a fish.
Kostaki, would you let me write your bio?
Oh, that's a great idea, Costaki. There's nothing
Sure,
at
I've
all
got
wrong with that
nothing to lose.
idea. Yeah.
Greek,
Sure,
hetero.
Yeah.
But the first day you're on Tinder, you feel like a king because you're like, yes, bring me the large-breasted woman who likes sushi. Yes,
Yes.
yeah, yes. This one has strange makeup but likes motorcycles and craft beer. I say yes. This one doesn't even speak English, but yes, we shall speak the international language of love. You just say yes to everything.
You see, Kostaki, you've got to go on these because it's going to give you another 20 minutes for your stand-up act.
That's true. Yeah, that's part of the reason.
Oh, and
thought
I don't have it in front of me, Kostaki. I got a nice note from someone who saw one of your recent shows, and I guess you did a little hunk on your divorce.
Oh yeah, it's like a half-hour hunk.
Well, they loved it. They thought it was great. Anyway, Costaki Economopoulos is also our NFL correspondent and a stellar stand-up comedian. He will not be on stage this weekend with Pat Godwin and Jeff Oskey in Evansville at the special
Specialty
furniture
Ham-handed.
What was that?
Yeah, this
Weird,
clumsy
forced-
crowbar.
the Simplicity Furniture Store. I won't even mention any of Josh's upcoming gigs.
Because they're not on your list
I was
yet.
going to say, there's none on there.
That's because I told you to take them all off.
So what's up for today, Costaki?
No, I'm going somewhere with this.
I can't imagine where you are because you're
It's
lost.
going to be Costaki and Godwin, and it doesn't say who else is on the bill.
I am.
Oh, Saginaw, Friday, March 31st. Would you scratch that off, please? Okay, and then it'll be
That one's going to be great.
yeah, that'll be a cool gig. So you go see Costaki. I'm sorry, back to Chick's question. What did you say?
What's going on today, Costaki? What's the first thing you got to do today? What is it? Have a breakfast with Joe Montana, something like that?
It's Call You Knuckleheads from way over here on the West Coast.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right.
It's early here. Yeah, so from here, it's easy. You know, we're just going to play. And we're doing this bit where we're asking big shots to read us a joke. And we're interviewing characters. And we're going to do some man on the street stuff. And it's just fun. We're just running around having a great time. I love it.
Costaki, we spoke to my son Willie earlier, and he apparently took Noah, who was our brilliant videographer, he took him into one of the so-called dispensaries, which is the I guess clinical term for the marijuana shops.
Yeah.
We used to call them head shops back in my day.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Now,
Yeah.
did you go into one of the head shops? And
No, I didn't. I'm more of a beer and wine guy. That's what I've been doing.
you know,
And,
my question, I was just wondering if there are any sort of unofficial bootleg Super Bowl bongs or something.
Oh, there probably are. I didn't get a chance to see any of that. We tried to have dinner with Willie the first night. He's like, I'm going to go get a nap, and then we didn't see him for hours. He completely disappeared and conked out in the room. I'm hanging out with Noah, and we're like, should we go check on him? We're texting.
Yeah.
So he woke up. It was like 8 p.m. He thought it was 8 a.m. He panicked. That's exactly what we predicted. He's like,
that's funny.
"What day is it? What's happening?" You know. So
And apparently, he's ruining Noah. He took Noah to one of the, I guess Noah's, is he, I guess, a marijuana virgin? Is that what I'm getting?
I don't know. He's like our last good employee.
At the very least, he's a dispensary, a legal dispensary.
He's the most recently hired, so he's the least jaundiced about everything that goes on around here.
Yeah, he still does what I ask him to do.
Yeah,
It's
I was
unbelievable.
going to say he's one of our best employees. We can't lose him to the weed.
Yeah.
My first time with him, we've been having a great time. He doesn't look like a dude who is new to weed.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Yeah, I agree.
Well, you don't look like a guy who likes football, okay? How about that?
All right.
You big nerd. Hey, how many times have you had to say to someone significantly larger than you, come on, man, it's a joke. It's okay, it's a joke. How many times? The over-under's 5.
You know, it's funny that none of the people involved worry about the jokes. In fact, Ron Jaworski read me a joke that was a little like I'm surprised he picked it.
He's calling Ron Jaworski Jaws.
Well, they used to call him that on the
that was his nickname.
broadcast.
Yeah,
Is he still doing it?
No.
I haven't seen him.
Well, he's at the Super Bowl, so there.
Hey, Costaki, before we lose you here, I think it would be appropriate for you to pick at least the winner of the Super Bowl, or are you doing any of the weirdo bets, the so-called prop bets?
Weirdo bets.
I will definitely do some weirdo bets. I love those. I think the Eagles are top to bottom the best team, but Patrick Mahomes is a wizard, and I think he's gonna figure out a way to win.
Wow. Okay, there you go. Kostaki's pick.
Right.
He's picking.
We got a clip from Carl Eller. Can we do that?
Yeah, sure. Tell me, what's the background on this?
All right. Carl Eller was a first-round draft pick in 1964 to the Vikings. He went on to become one of the key purple people eaters.
Sure.
He's got a ring from Super Bowl 4.
Wow.
We're on Super Bowl 57 this year.
I might add a losing ring from Super Bowl 4. Go
that's
ahead.
right.
Go ahead, Kostaki.
He apparently played in 4 of them, yeah.
Who did they play that year?
Super Bowl 4 would have been Vikings and the Steelers, I think. No.
Is that right?
No, Chiefs. Chiefs beat the
Yeah, the Chiefs were in a couple really early.
Chiefs beat the that's the
Hank Stram.
That's matriculate on down the field Super Bowl.
Okay. Oh, this is Carl Eller. Here we go.
Carl, you are a Hall of Fame member. What do you think? Do you think Tom Brady is first ballot, or will some people hold out?
Well, I think Tom will go. He should not accept that because he's such a shoe-in. I know he'll make it. He should say, no, I won't do it. I'll wait till the second round.
Tom Brady in the Hall of Fame is kind of like, what, are we doing turkey at Thanksgiving this year?
Right,
I think turkey would work out okay.
I know, yeah, exactly. But really, to go back to Tom Brady, he's an old guy. I mean, he's old. He's like 40 years
Take that,
old.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, take that, Tom Brady.
Carl Eller's calling you old.
You're old.
That interview brought to you by CTE.
Carl's great. Was he? What was he wearing? Do you remember?
He was wearing a Hall of Fame jacket.
Oh, cool.
And a bib.
And his
maybe.
wife wearing like the Eller jersey and the Vikings.
I mean, he's what is he?
really
He's
cute
80,
couple.
isn't he?
He's up there.
Yeah, he's around
He's gotta
80.
be.
He's 6'6", but he's a little hunched over, and he's getting around in a wheelchair, and then he pops out, and he was really good. They were telling us about a game they play in the backyard called Flickin' Chicken, where it's like they throw a chicken at a... They were a great couple. It was fun to chat with them.
Oh, cool. Well, that's great. Once again, Costaki Economopoulos in Arizona. If you know any single women in the Arizona area looking
Don't
for
they?
love.
They ship in hookers for the Super Bowl.
Oh, they
so,
got to. Yeah. Remember they won Super Bowl? They had a bus with
you can pay to get laid, Kostaki.
a strip club. Yeah, it's legal in Arizona. I think.
Kostaki is a man of a certain charm and wit.
Remember
He's
the
not,
bus they
He's
had
not going to pay for it. Plus,
stripping
he's Greek.
poles
That's an extra fee.
You think that he's above prostitutes?
Sometimes he's under him.
Whatever he's into.
That's an extra fee also. Kostaki, have a great time. And where are you going to be posting all of your interviews and stuff?
Yeah, come find me at Costaki Economopoulos on Instagram and at Funny Costaki on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm going to be posting stuff all over the place.
I mean, if someone's driving right now, the odds of their being able to spell Costaki Economopoulos are zero.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's like the Super Bowl ending in a tie 0-0.
It's like the odds of Eller being able to spell his own name.
That's just mean.
Well, wasn't easy to listen to.
All Pro Lines is Kostaki's landing spot. And by the way, got a nice letter here saying, with the NFL season over, we sure hope you don't get rid of Costaki. We want to hear him every week.
That's nice. Can I get out on a joke here? It's a tradition.
Let's see. I'll try it.
Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson last night was named Offensive Player of the Year. Congrats to him. Offensive Rapper of the Year, long since been established. Good night, everybody. We know who. Yes, it's a joke.
Kanye joke is what it does. I believe that is.
All right, this is traditional, right?
That required too much work on our part.
Yes,
Thanks,
sir.
Costaki.
All right.
Well, you have a great time today. I can tell you're in heaven.